my clothes. Woo! Lucky you viewers. Howdy doody, boys and girls of the mystic indulgence of musical notes. Today's visit to the Supersonic Space Lounge will take us once again to the obscure in aisle 3, beginning with a late 60s Brit progger or psych band called 5 Day Rain. Well, let's see now, where do we start with these guys? Definitely on the precipice of prog, but still psyche. They grew out of a band called Iron Prophet, and they were a cross between Zepp, the Edgar Burrow Band, interesting, and Grand Funk. Ugh. I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult any Grand Funkers, just not my cup of gruel. They were heavy duty to say the least. I mean, and that's to say the least. You can imagine what a cacophony of noise that must have been on the stage. Anyway, let's try a little ditty of maximum. I'm really having a problem with the lips today. Man, must have been all them tacos last night. Let's try a ditty of maximum intensity called The Reason Why. So, put your mucklucks on and get into this piercing mind fusion machine. And when the fog clears up, we'll figure out what day it is. Sock it to me, baby, and slap around your bippy. This is the record. It's kind of cool. I like it a lot. I've been listening to it a bunch. You don't want no reflection, so you can gander on the cover. It's a cool cover. It's kind of proggy. The back's about the same thing, but there's an insert whore in here that's kind of cool. And it's actually the guitarist, Rick Sharp, that stayed with all these. I mean, he was in a ton of bands until he did 5 Day Rain, and then he's still out there banging it out from his wheelchair. Oh, didn't mean to say that. I don't know how old he is. Anyway, let's get on to the band. This colliding aura of notes that they play really gets going at a good clip. Totally instrumental, this cut is, but well worth the ticket of sight crashing into Prague. I'd say again, I'm not a huge follower of that Prague trip, although I did like Gentle Giant, and I saw them when they were doing Octopus. That was the album I saw them tour with. I liked them, they were pretty good. I'm wandering, I'm drifting, I'm back. But talking about these guys, these rodeo rockers turn the blender up to 11 and mix it up well. This whole experience is worth searching out. Really like the Leslie speakers on those nutso vocal tracks. I like it a lot. Thumbers upper on the musical relic, baby. Buy it. It's well worth it. It's not too nuts, you know. I mean, one day we got to sit down and we'll talk about prices because, you know, when I say not too nuts, I'm talking before tax and shipping, under 30 bucks. So, anyway, this is a good one. I'm gonna store it over here gently. Okay. This next pill of indulgence to feed your head is a trippy crowd from across the pond in merry old England in 1968. Combining power pop vocals, no less, at that point, with psych rock riffs is a group called The Factory. They're kind of dubbed a psych freak beat combo in merry old England. They left us very little in physical recordings, but a lot of controlled weirdness to think about. And I mean a lot of controlled weirdness. So, all you inhabitants of Giddy Prime, let's wait no longer to breathe in the spice. Let's fold space together and hear a cut called Path Through the Forest. And before you get all hung up on Mars, I will engage the transporter back to the point of departure. This is a total gas. Woo! I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Down the path, through the woods, and out of sight, freakers. Sent to the record authorities at IBC Records in 1968, there arose dose versions of this petrol product, meaning that it was a 45. Let's look at the cover here first. This is it. I like it. I like the record a lot. I think it's happening. It sort of bangs on the door of my kind of nomenclature. The record I'm talking about is Path Through the Forest. They're the two versions I'm talking about. The first one was an edited version that was demanded by the record company, and it was more consumer version oriented. In other words, they wanted it to be more radio friendly and take out some of the zingo zango, but I don't think they did take out too much of the zingo zango. And the unreleased, more FM endeavor is a short but really spaced out crafted tune itself. This was it's the whole second side. Second side is a 45. So you get the whole you know, you get the whole $10 worth. So how should I say this record is a little bit je ne sais quoi? Ooh, I love being French. I especially love French fries. Okay, song, man, this whole thing is a song. It's just like one continuous piece. It gets played over and over at my house. I'm digging it on the ship when we're out there. It's happening. It's so cool. Oh, yes, I'm digging it. This platter is an essential addition to your heavy record burden, baby. Dig it? A necessary collection of evil content, I say. Dig me? You gotta get it. Okay. The next access to your brain is a totally crunchy, crispy breakfast treat from Texas called the Cold Sun. Those peyote-inspired space cowboys are all percolating grooves upon grooves. You know the tale. There was the 13th floor elevators, and there's Bubble Puppy, there's Josephus, you know, the list goes on, and the room gets filled up quickly, baby. But these cats, the Cold Sun, are turning my brain into frozen waffles. So, let's saddle up the jetpacks and get out on the range with a cut called Forever. And when the dust particles settle down, we shall try and get back to the Sonic Emporium. Bingo, bango, bongo. Man, ain't that the ethereal bent on the hyperdrive trip to everything? Woo! Hey, quick note here. I know why my lippers haven't been cooperating with my Larynexo. It's because I was at the dentist last week and I had to get some work done on this bad boy back here, and luckily my dentist, oh, I love that man, he's not afraid to turn on the gas. And your captain, you know, he don't just sit around going, he's going, and boy does it last. Woo! Oh! Anyway, I digress. These cats blew out of the ever-evolving Austin, Texas music cauldron in '69. Here's the record. It's kind of dark, you know, I mean, I hope this comes out. You really gotta climb up on it to really get all the graphics. But you open it up and whammo, there's the band, and dig it. This cat over here, he's playing a zither. What? I mean, if they can play electric jug in 13-4 elevators, I guess they can play a zither on this band. And man, I didn't think you could do it. I didn't think it was possible. But you can really freak out on that thing. And it looks, oh, let me see. It looks like he's powered up. Oh, he's using a custom because it's got the plush cover on the outside. That's a custom amp. It looks like 100 watt or two. And of course, The guitarist, I don't know what he's using, but the bass player's loaded up with a stack of Marshall. Golly, bang it, baby, bang it. So, let's see, where was I at? I was a little bit distracted. Oh, they coming out of this swirling magma of psych rock influences. The 13th Floor Boys are all over this record. If nothing else, in the execution of the vocals, it's that kind of a talk, sing, song kind of a thing that, dead brain cells. That the singer from the 13th Floor Elevators, please forgive me, I can't remember his name right now. I'll remember it for the next show. I'll write it down and I'll tell you. This LP was released from Private Acetates, and the record is called Dark Shadows, and it was done in '69. Now, they didn't really release very many copies. This blowout of Cool, but discordant, and it's an auto harp. It's not a zither, by the way. I flashed on that every once in a while. I regain some sensibilities. Well, we're not paying the electric bill around here. That's the problem. The auto harp thing. Wow, that's pretty trippy. And there's some fuzzy slippered guitar. I'm doing it again. There's some fuzzy slippered guitar work, and it's. And I think the light's out altogether, sweetie pie. But anyway, nonetheless, this thing was really working for me. It's I can't. Oh, there we go. It's an all-in effort. This is the only record you're ever going to need to fill your 10-gallon hat, your 10-gallon psych hat. That is. This is totally thumbers up. Get it while you can. It was released as a double LP, and it also comes with an EP, and I'm digging that. Two-sided, it's killer. There's no info in here, unfortunately, but there's plenty on the interconnect, and that's a cool thing. So I say, this one is another one you need. I pretty much say that all the time, but that's from my perspective. But I'm hoping that you're kind of jumping on my ship sometime too, and we can sail down that river together. Whew! Okay, last up on today's soup du jour is an Aussie band, an Aussie garage band, I might add. An Aussie garage band, Orama masterpiece from a band called The Missing Links. Woohoo! These crazy road warriors were real proto-punks, and they came from Sydney. From 60, they sprung out of there in '64, and they played through '66. So, before I digress anymore, and I'm going to be digressing, let's listen to the Diggery-Doo Boys playing a barroom favorite called "You're Driving Me Crazy." And boy, I've heard that plenty of times. I don't mean just the record. So when you get our bloomin' onion delivered to the table, and the Barbie shrimps are showing up, we shall feast like the rippers that these guys are. Oh! LP is a real bonzer, baby. I'm gonna show you the record. I mean the name, The Missing Links, that's too cool. I'm digging that all over town. It's a pretty nondescript cover, but it gets the point across. There's some tunes on here that I really like Mama Keep Your Big Mouth Shut. That's a bluesy kind of a thing. No offense to the ladies out there. Let's see. They do On the Road Again, and it's supposedly by Bob Dylan. I don't remember Bob doing that tune, but who knows. There's also a really neato 45 EP that comes with it. Man, this is the kind of stuff that, you know, it just drives your captain to the outer limits. Had to throw that in there too. I think. Do I think? No, I thunk wrong. There's a bunch of stuff on the internet. There's no info to speak of the band. It's a 6-piecer. These guys are they're part R&B, part rock. These geezers put the sticky in Elmer's glue. The whole LP grabs you by the short and curlies and demands you to get out on the dance floor and shake your money maker. And I've done it plenty of times. An extra add-on is what I talked about, you know, so don't forget that. Actually, this thing is greasier in the garage sense than the LP in some ways, because I think this was released first. Gotta check me on that one, and I'll probably be proven wrong, but doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's see, what else was I gonna say? Was I lose my, the old caboose falls off the train sometimes, and it just drifts down the track, and the conductor's stuck on that, and the train's pulling away, and I left the station, and I'm not on it, and oh, I know. Once I played this LP, I pushed myself away from the table and said, "No more Jello for me, Ma." Tons of garagification here, folks. This is an LP. You get it. You gotta have it. If you can't buy it, it's on the internet somewhere. You can listen to it. So, if you don't want to hold the cover and the vinyl in your claws, then that's the best way to do it. So anyway, as long as you're listening to it, get it. So, well, here we are again talking about our bumper music. Man, the show went kind of fast today. We're digging on the maestro himself, Ravi Shankar. Whew. This thing came out a couple of years ago. Great little storyline in here. Of course, I know all I need to know about Ravi. I've literally studied the guy since the day I heard him. He was his big haunt in California was he was out in the Laurel Canyon area. He stayed up in Hollywood Hills. Excuse-moi. So this record is actually was recorded live in somebody's bungalow in their living room in Laurel Canyon in 1971. Dig that! Too cool, babies! Woo! I'm digging it. Every once in a while, you need to center yourself musically and turn down the volume and find a groove that is a spiritual experience. Now, I know that everybody doesn't dig Ravi. I mean, it's a specific niche that you have to really dig, and I really dig it. So that's why I play it once in a while. Okay, well, here's hoping we can meet more often. I'm sorry, we don't get together as much as I'd like to. In the future, I'd like to get together more often, but with our high production values, and I mean, it's tough to wrangle all the facets of this socket to me shows together, sometimes, I write the idea in my head, and we want to get it together, but, stars collide and things don't happen right, so we're going to try to get this going a little bit sooner next time. That's why we're doing 2. And today, just so you know, is National Scream Day when we're recording this. I'm not kidding. It is. Check it out. There we go. Okay, so till we meet at the crossroads of music and knowledge, remember, I loves you. I loves you. Stay safe. Stay sane. Here it comes. Wear that mask. Enough said. I'm always here for you. Drop me a line, throw me a rock. Cause baby, we are all one. Love and peace, kids, till we meet again. This is your captain.